Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Paul. I'm the LoFi Trumpet Guy. Just give me a second here. I want to make sure everything is working as it should be. Take a couple minutes here. Beautiful. Alright, so before I go on with any other music, I have some sad news to tell all of you. My grandmother, Adeline Casserly, she died on Saturday from COVID-19. Our whole family is pretty devastated, and the funeral's on Thursday. Unfortunately, my dad tested positive, so as of right this second when I'm recording this, I don't think I'll even be able to go to the funeral. So if you're religious or spiritual, just say some prayers or meditate on it. Be appreciated. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn the music back on here. Okay, so I'm currently in quarantine, so this is kind of a quarantine session. I might rename it that later, I don't know. And as you can see, same room. It's about, what time is it? It's like 9:19 at night, so I've been just chilling all day. I got my second shot today. Everybody's like, oh, it's not gonna help you. Well, no kidding. But I would rather wear a seatbelt in a car than to risk an accident and getting killed. You can still get killed with a seatbelt, right? Same thing with the vaccine. It's probably not gonna save me from getting it. I felt like absolute garbage earlier because of the second shot. Then, you know, COVID probably wouldn't have gotten me because I'm 28 years old. But you never know. You never know. So I actually wrote a blog on the topic, so yes, I've done my research, but people are so adamant against this vaccine, and I'm thinking, well, you know, it's their best effort. It's humanity's best attempt at curing this thing. So forgive me if I'm a little listless today. I'm a little kind of blah. It's just because I got the shot, but I'm restless and I needed to get on a show. So I'm going to do my best and try and keep my energy up a little bit. So my name is Paul, and I'm the LoFi Trumpet Guy. This show is basically about me playing the trumpet. And this trumpet was handmade using 17th century techniques. I'm apprenticing with David Mahler of Mahler Baroque Brass Instruments. And as you can see inside the bell here, I like to show this off every episode. It's what's called a seam, so with his help, I handmade this horn, and it's beautiful, and it has an awesome sound, and it's so easy to play, better than any machine-made one I've ever played. So it's also a custom mouthpiece for me, and I made my own buttons. Yep, so completely custom horn, and telling you, this thing it's bomb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit, streaming some music from my iTunes. I don't own any of the rights to the music, so as far as like claiming that it's mine, I will not do that. I just basically improvise over the music. So what else do I want to tell you? Oh yes, so as a musician, we have to find ways to finance our endeavors. So, once again, I am asking for your support. Kind of a Bernie Sanders thing there. So, this is on my website. These are LoFi Trumpet Guy t-shirts through Teespring, which they now call themselves Spring. You'll see these. There's I Heart LoFi Trumpet Guy. I'm chilling with the LoFi Trumpet Guy, and I'm friends with the LoFi Trumpet Guy, and I admit it. So, if you want to support me, just go to paulcasserly.com, scroll down a little bit and you'll see the t-shirts. Hover over them, click or tap on your phone. It'll take you to the page where that is, and you can order a shirt or a couple if you like. And you know, it helps support what I do, pay some of my bills, especially since I'm in quarantine. The only thing I have going for me right now is my business, which has been kind of slow. So any support you guys can give me would be deeply appreciated. And you get a cool shirt, and you know, get to support me. So you support the arts. I don't know. So you're probably wondering what you're listening to right now. Lo-fi music is short for low fidelity. So if you listen to it for just a moment. It's kind of got a hip-hop beat, right? But also has some funky chords in there. To me, lo-fi is basically smooth jazz and hip-hop fused together. I'm not the only person who said that, but that concept seems to be spreading pretty quickly. And I don't know. So I love this music because it is jazz, but it's also kind of modern and repetitive, and it's not pop music per se, but yeah. So I mean, it's easy to play over, and there's no lyrics. It's just chill. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play over some music here with my trusty horn. And if you're a trumpet player and you're watching this and you want a completely custom horn, head on over to mahlerbrass.com, which you can see down here. That's right down here on your screen. And mahlerbrass.com, take a look around. When I'm finally off of quarantine and back in commission, you know, we have a lot of work to do. So I'll be able to keep making horns and making people instruments that they just love and they wouldn't want anything else. And honestly, it's kind of a bummer, because when you finally have the holy grail of the instrument that you want, it's like, oh, well, all these other people are making trumpets and stuff, but I already have the best one. So the consumer inside of you is disappointed because you can't get anything better, and you certainly wouldn't downgrade your sound. So darn having quality, not equality, having quality horn, quality music. All right, I'll shut up, and I'm just gonna play for a little bit. Sometimes I look at the camera and I look high. This is terrible. I don't do drugs. Oh, man. Alright, I'll turn that down a little bit. Yeah, my brain's freaking fried. I mean, I need a haircut. God, I look like a mess. But, I'm supposed to do it for the fans, so you're the fans. My name is Paul, the LoFi Trumpet Guy, if you're just tuning in. Lo-fi music is a fusion of hip-hop and smooth jazz, my own definition, and basically the show is me playing over lo-fi music. So, I'm sure you've seen the likes of Lo-Fi Girl, Chilled Cow, Lo-Fi Beats to Study, Chill Relax to, something like that on YouTube. That's what this music is. I used to stream it directly from YouTube, but YouTube doesn't always like that, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, running it from my iTunes and see how that goes. I don't run ads on my videos. If YouTube does, that's their business, but I'm not trying to monetize my videos off of other people's work. I do not own the rights to any of the tracks that you're hearing. I'm just streaming the music collection that I have and improvising over it. So, but kudos to all the artists and producers who created their own tracks. I haven't heard one track that I don't really like in particular, except the ones that are like super weird and I can't lock into a key. They're kind of atonal, which means they don't really have a tonal center. They're just kind of all over the place, which they're rare. They're rare. You know, I'm in quarantine right now, like I said earlier, and to me it just seems that this whole virus is supposedly it's coming to an end. Supposedly. People tell me it's not, and it is, and the vaccine doesn't work, and you should get the vaccine, and it just all seems kind of ridiculous to me. I got my second Moderna shot today at the Veterans Administration Hospital, or Veterans Affairs, I can't remember which it is, here in Altoona, PA. So, it's one of the East Coast regional hospitals, and, honestly, I haven't had bad experience there yet. But I've only gone a handful of times because I've heard so many horror stories as a veteran. So, for those of you who don't know, I served in the U.S. Marine Corps. I got out in 2015. Was kind of cut short, but I did serve for a couple years, and then wandered around for a bit, and then I finally figured out, hey, I should finish my music production degree, which is over there on the wall there by the cross. And so I'm still waiting to make millions with my music production degree. But this show is basically not about me talking, mainly. Sometimes it is, but I just do it because I'm bored, and you guys seem to like the concept. So I'm going to pull a Bernie Sanders here, and once again, I'm asking for your support. I own my own business, so sometimes things are pretty slow, and so as far as this stuff goes, could use a little help. So these are Lo-Fi Trumpet Guy t-shirts, and you can see I love Lo-Fi Trumpet Guy. I'm chilling with the Lo-Fi Trumpet Guy. I'm friends with the Lo-Fi Trumpet Guy, and I admit it. So oops, my bad. You can go here to paulcasterly.com and just scroll down a little bit. You'll see the t-shirts, hover over them, make the purchase, and I'll get $15 out of it. It's gonna help. You know, it's Teespring. Everybody knows how Teespring works. It just helps a little bit. Pays for some of the software that I use to do this. You know, my phone. I don't have service right now. But you know, tis the problem we all have at some point or another. So this is my turn, I guess. But anyhow, I'm gonna keep playing for you because that's the point of the show. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at LoFi Trumpet Guy at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you within a day or so. All right. Alright. You'll have to forgive me, I'm a little listless because of the shot. I say listless because there's nothing going on up here. It's completely all right brain stuff right now. There's no logic going on. I'm pretty much on autopilot, so if this is a little boring or like, he doesn't sound very good today, that's why. But I had to do the show. Some people don't really give a crap. They just put it on in the background, so that's fine with me. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, blah. So, bear with me. My name is Paul, LoFi Trumpet Guy, if you're just joining in. I am sponsored by Mahler Baroque Brass Instruments. Originally out of Chicago. David Mahler is the owner, and I'm actually his apprentice. So we're learning to make handmade instruments using 17th century techniques. This thing was completely hand burnished. It was just a flat sheet of brass at one point. And most of the work was done by yours truly under his guidance. So I made my own trumpet. This thing's priceless. I mean, look, that's a seam. You can see that basically I had to braze that together and sand it and do all sorts of fun stuff to it. This thing that you're seeing right here, that is for this LoFi Trumpet Guy t-shirts. So every artist needs a little bit of support from his fans, and so if you can purchase one of these, it would help me out immensely. You really have no idea. And so these shirts, I heart the LoFi Trumpet Guy, I'm chilling with the LoFi Trumpet Guy, and my favorite, I'm friends with the LoFi Trumpet Guy, and I admit it. So yeah, there you go. I might actually, the only reason I didn't put one of these out was because I don't know, it's my thing. I guess I should make just some plain LoFi Trumpet Guy t-shirts. Someone suggested that to me. But it remains to be seen. So, lo-fi music is, this is kind of an educational show too. Lo-fi music is smooth jazz and hip-hop mixed together. So if you just listen to this for a second. Kind of got a jazzy feel to it, but also like a dark hip-hop sort of sound. That's lo-fi. It stands for low fidelity, so the idea is to create the track and then degrade the sound ever so slightly as if it were on a vinyl record or it was being heard in another room or something. It's supposed to be kind of like chill music. There's no lyrics or anything, which makes it perfect for recording over and playing the trumpet. So I've heard a violinist do it. I don't know if he caught my idea, because I didn't see it until about a couple months after I started doing it, and maybe I started a trend or something. I don't know, but he was doing some pretty cool stuff with it. I just like to doodle. I don't do anything super special. Sometimes I go up high, and you know. But I'm just demonstrating the instrument because it's my favorite trumpet I've ever owned and ever will own. Unless I make a better one, which I don't know if that's possible. Anything's possible. But, alright guys, well, I am kind of tired tonight, as you can imagine, so I'm sorry I didn't play as much as you would have liked. But I do want to call it a night and kind of get some rest, because apparently the second Moderna shot is it's a bugger. This thing is really hitting me. I feel kind of like loopy. They said you would have like flu-like symptoms. I haven't sneezed or coughed or threw up or anything weird or gross like that. I just kind of feel like, when you hallucinate. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I'm fine. I am lightheaded though, so I would like to get some rest. You guys have a great night. I'm Paul, the LoFi Trumpet Guy, and